Hi, welcome to Sue Maree P. It's almost Christmas. There's only about 5 weeks to go, so I thought I'd share my all-time favorite easy chocolate fruitcake. Inspired by Nigella, I've swapped out the liqueur for espresso coffee. So if you're looking for a simple, quick, easy fruitcake, even if you hate fruitcake or even if your friends or family hate fruitcake, I'm sure they'll love this one. So come with me and let's see. So here we have all of our ingredients ready to go. We've got 350 grams of prunes, 250 grams of raisins, 150 grams of currants. We've got our espresso coffee, runny honey, mixed spice, unsalted butter, baking powder, and bicarbonate of soda. We've got some spelt flour here, almond meal, chocolate. We've got some real dark chocolate and some cocoa powder. We've got our 3 eggs and our 3 oranges. We're going to zest and juice the oranges. And then I've got some silver edible balls and some edible silver stars for decorating the cake afterwards. So the first step is you need to preheat your oven to 150 degrees. So I've got that on. And then the next step is you need to prepare your round tin. So I've got a 20 centimeter round tin here. I always like scrunching the paper and then moistening it with water. It's easy to kind of fit it in. And I've got 2 layers of baking paper. You need to make sure it goes high on the side to protect the cake so it doesn't burn. And on the bottom I've got some foil just in case there's any spills, it doesn't like seep all over my oven and dirty it. And so then all we do next is we need to add all the fruit and all the wet ingredients to my pot. So I've got a pot over here on the stove. So I'm just going to turn that on, pop some light, and then that's it. Now we're going to start adding all the ingredients. So I'm going to go away and prepare my oranges because that's the most tedious thing. So I'll squeeze those out and then we'll add it all into the pot and get cooking. So we've got our pot on the stove. So we just put it on low and I've popped the butter in so you can see it's already started to melt. We add our dark brown muscovado sugar. We add all of the fruit, and the heat on the stove does all the work for you. We're adding the currants, adding the coffee, but if you wanted to use coffee liqueur like Tia Maria, I'm just doing this as an alternative for people that may not want to have the alcohol content. I've got 25 grams of real chocolate chunks, and I've got the cocoa powder, mixed spice, and we've got our runny honey, 175 mils. So you simmer that until it slightly boils, and then once it's boiled we need to turn the heat off and let it sit for 30 minutes. And then we add the eggs and all the other ingredients. You don't want to add the eggs too early because then the eggs will curdle. Oh, sorry, I forgot the orange juice. So that's my orange juice. I've added a little bit of the pulp there for extra flavour. A big wooden spoon to mix all that together. So you just need to keep an eye on that so it doesn't stick to the bottom, but that's all you need to do. So that's all the fruit. It smells absolutely delicious. I love the combination of the orange and chocolate with the mixed spice and the fruit. It's just absolutely delicious and it comes out so moist. I just realised I didn't put the zest in, so we're going to add the zest in as well. So we've got all the delicious flavours there. And then once this is cooked, then we add the dry ingredients and the eggs. That's it. Really simple. So we'll let that big chunk of butter melt and we'll come back. It's been 5 minutes. We're going to simmer it for another 5 minutes. You can see the sugar's dissolved, butter's all melted. We just need to get this fruit a little bit more plump and then we'll let it rest. So we're going to add the almond meal and the flour. Just going to stir that through. I think I might just quickly beat the eggs before I add them in. We've got our 3 eggs mixed up. You will find that this Christmas cake mixture is really runny, but we cook it on a really low oven for a couple of hours, so it's super moist. Scrape off some of the goodness on the side. Got half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Nearly forgot that. Whoops. So this will be the hard bit for me to do it gracefully because I've used my really heavy cast iron pan. So let's try and do this so I can get it in. Super runny, full of lots of goodness. Maybe it's not ideal to use such a heavy pan, whoa, because I do things like that. Okay. So I made a little bit of a mess pouring it into my tin. But I've managed to get it all in there, so I'm gonna pop it in the oven now for, I think it's a couple of hours. Let me just double check that. What am I doing today? Oh look, I've even got stuff on my face. So I'm gonna bake it now for roughly about almost 2 hours. I'm gonna check it at about 90 minutes to see how it's going. So let's just let the oven do its work. So we're back with our finished cake. My edges are a bit wonky from my paper, so I might want to perfect that next time. But I've done my silver little decorations on top. I rushed adding them on for the video. It's not quite cooled yet, so when you're doing it at home, wait till it's cool before you add your decoration. So we have our cake ready to taste. It's still slightly warm, but I'm going to cut it anyway, just for the video, so I can give you a little taste test. I put the little silver balls on top, but they don't really want to stay on top. They're running away everywhere. So, let's try it. It's still warm, so it tastes like pudding. It's moist. Very moist. Amazing flavours. You can taste the chunky prunes, the small currants, the raisins, the touch of orange, chocolatey goodness. So you can see here, I've got my yummy goodness here. It's very moist. So if you've liked my Christmas cake special today, hit the like button and thumbs up and subscribe so I can do more videos for you. Bye, see you next time.